Well, hiya folks, happy new year to you all. I'm back in the log cabin, very cold out here at the moment, but I've got a few little tinkering jobs and a little chat about what sort of stuff I've got coming up. First of all, I've got to repair this fire here. Now, I did do a video on this when it had a problem before, and I cured that problem, but the other problem which I located was the ignition button. When you push the ignition, I think it's that one. When you push that in, it wasn't lighting properly. So I've been out and bought a new ignition thing for it. I'll show you that in a second. But first of all, I want to come around here and put this blinking diesel heater on because it's absolutely freezing in here. Just turn my power pack on. So my diesel heater's up there, as you can see. Just going to turn it on now. Where's the power button there, I think? Just press that once. There we go. So I'll let that start off and kick in. That's it, it's just done that now. So that's what I've got there. I've got this other diesel heater which I will be fitting in the new part of the workshop when I build that, as I've mentioned many times on there. Not this weather though. So I've got to say this part to fit to this fire. I'll just open the packet first. I've not even seen it whether it's the right part yet, so let's have a little look. It's basically like a little bayonet cap coil which when you swing a lever across it glows, and that in turn lights the little paraffin wick, so to speak. So let's see if they've sent the right one first of all. It didn't cost a lot of money, only a few pounds I think this was. Yeah, that looks correct. I'll show you that, look. I don't know if you can see that, can you? It's a little, there's like a little element there. It's like a light bulb without the glass on it, sort of thing. And it's got a little bayonet cap on the other end of it there, if you can see that. And that just literally plugs in. But to get that, I've got to strip the case off of this again, which I've done so many times now. It's quite easy. So let's just throw that away. And all we need is a Phillips screwdriver, or crosshead, whatever you want to call it. And round the outside, we've got a few screws low down, which I've got to undo. So let's do that one first. I shouldn't need to remove the batteries. Got one there. One round this side. You might hear the diesel heater ramping up now. So that would be the noise in the background. And there's one there. Now, was it just them three? I think it was. But then you've got to open the front door. Just take that glass mantle out of there. Stick that over there for now. You've got to pull the knob off. That just comes off. Just shut that up, you don't need that open now. Like that. I'm going to remove the fuel tank, which just comes out like that, nice and easy. And hopefully, if I've got that right, this should just lift up now. Just got to get it over that knob at the front. And there we go, and that's that. So that's that off. And that igniter thing is there, look, it's just a little bayonet cap there. All that does, when you press the button in, it brings it over to the wick, and the wick's down at the moment. You turn the wick up first of all, the wick chute pops up in the air. That makes contact with the wick, and that glowing little end there should light the wick. But this one's obviously not working, so that should be just a matter of half a turn and drop that bayonet cap out like that. I'll get my fingers out of there. And literally put the new one in. A little bit fiddly. Half a turn, and that should be it. So that when I bring that across now, that should start to glow, which I think only happens when you turn the lever. So if I just turn that lever to the on position, let's put that knob on for a minute. So you bring the wick up in the air, watch. The wick comes up in the air, you then press that, that should glow. It's just starting to glow now. Oh, here we go, look, see it glowing? which in turn should light the wick, which it does. And to turn it off, you just press that and it turns it off. There you go. So it does work. And that was a simple fix, folks, wasn't it? That just stops you taking that mantle out and lighting it all the time with matches, as you can see what we have been doing there. So putting it back together, as simple as taking the knob back off, getting the case, dropping that carefully over the top, like that, making sure it sits correctly. You'll know it sits correctly because the screw holes should all line up, which they do. Replace the 3 screws, one on each side and one at the back, I think. Fingers are still cold in here at the moment. There we go, so one in there like that. I'm doing this in real time, folks, as you can see, so that you can see how simple it is to strip down. When I first stripped this down, I had all these screws out the top there, and I thought, oh, how'd you do it, you know? But once you've seen it done, you'll see how actually simple it is. So we'll get that one in there. There's normally a little cover that covers them batteries at the back there, which somewhere down the line we've lost. I don't know where it's gone to. That one there. Final screw. There we go. So that's that. I'll put the fuel cell back in. This gives off some really good heat, this fire. It's a nice temporary instant fire heat setup. So just open that door, put this back in there, shut that up, fit the knob back on, and all we've got to do now it's back together, is turn the dial, pull that in there like that, and it should start to glow in a minute, and then catch light. Keep your finger in for a little bit, there we go, and let go, and it's lit. How about that? Job done, folks. Right, that's that job done. Now, I've mentioned before about the projects up and coming. I've got the workshop out here, which I've got to be building. As you know, that's not going to happen until we get a bit decent weather. One thing I want to start getting ready now and start to work on again is the Reliant Regal, in other words, the trotter van. I've got the chassis round the side of the house, which has been round there outside for years. I'm going to bring that and sit that on the concrete plinth out here. So, and obviously all the work I've done to that may have to be revisited. I put new wheel cylinders on it. I had the wheels off. I put new seals in the differential at the back, and there's a very good chance that I may have to change the wheel cylinders again. They'd probably be rusty. They've been sitting outside for about 4 or 5 years now since I last done the renovations on it. So we're going to be dragging it out very shortly, or in the next video. And then I want to get the engine, which I've got over here. I've actually got 2 engines for it. Sorry, that's the gearbox there. I did start to strip the engine down, which is under these cloths here and covered up. But I want to get that sorted out now. I think it's going to need a hone. I don't think the bores are going to be worn out because it's only done about 40,000 miles, if that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and find some new piston rings. I'm going to get them sent away and get the bore honed, possibly get the head skimmed as well, and obviously get new piston rings for it as well. I think that one's on the standard bore. I'll have to, when I take the pistons out, I'll be able to find that out. So that'll be coming up pretty shortly. I've got loads of new parts, which I've got in the rear log cabin there, which I can't remember what I bought. I've got new starter motors and stuff like that. I did have a 750 engine, which I was going to put in it, but then I decided to put the original 600 engine back in, for the simple reason being, I've got the known gearbox, which was working now, sitting on the cable there. The 750 gearbox would require a different plate and adaptation and stuff like that, and it's also got a different operation on the clutch pedal as well, so I would have had to adapt the bell housing on the new gearbox for that. So I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to put the original engine back in, which we did run up in a previous video, so we know it does work, but it was very, very smoky, hence me getting new rings and having the bores honed and stuff like that. So that's what's coming up, folks. Anyway, I know this is only a little short fast blast video, but I do aim to move forward now and bring you more regular videos. As I've told you before, we've been very busy on my Butler's Empire channel, and already I can feel the heat on that diesel heater coming through now, which is really nice. It's good to be out here again. I haven't been out here for a while. I've got 2 bikes outstanding, which once I get this table clear, I can start working on. We've got the RSX 100, and we've also got the Mobilette moped, which I bought all the paint for a few years back. I'm hoping the paint's still going to be all right, but I can get them sorted out now and start working on this. But Gary's been working in here because his polytunnel has been very cold in the winter and very hot in the summer. He's not been working on that. We've got his TZR 125 engine, which we did start to put together, which again has got to come apart again, because when we put it together, or nearly mated it up, the crankshaft went a bit tight in it, so it means taking it apart. So I've got a special tool coming for that from Vevor. It's a crankshaft or crankcase splitting tool, and also you can use it to put the crankcase back together again. So that's coming up shortly as well, folks, so do stay tuned. I'm putting the videos out as and when I can at the moment. As I say, bearing in mind we're very busy pumping out videos every day on my Butler's Empire channel, which basically is our family vlogs and cooking channel. Oh, that's a nice heat coming off of that as well now. Anyway, just a quick one there, just to keep the feet, toes in the water. Do stay tuned. If you haven't watched any of our videos before, my videos before, have a look at a little backlog. There's over 1,000 videos which I've done on this channel. Loads of car repairs, motorcycle repairs, some vlogs on there, lawnmower repairs and restorations and all stuff like that. There's plenty to watch on my channel. If you've never been here before, or if you've never watched my channel before, do have a little look on the playlist section, and you'll find hours and hours of stuff where we've been tinkering about fixing cars, repairing cars, all that sort of stuff, motorcycles, and it's all there. Over 1,000 videos. Anyway, don't forget, if you've never been to my channel before, I would really like it if you would hit the subscribe button, and also possibly ring that little notification bell, because that notifies you as and when I upload another video. I'm not uploading very regular at the moment, but I'm trying to get more and more now as the year has started. Anyway, thanks very much for listening to me ramble on. We've done a little quick fix on that fire now. That's now working again. I can go inside, make Sharon happy, and happy wife is an happy life. Anyway, thanks very much, folks. See you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.